This one is for all the pessimists out there, the doubters. Well, no, I'm not trying to single anyone out because all of us go through those times in our lives where we struggle with pessimism and doubt. I remember from my days in Sunday school, there used to be this little song we'd sing about doubting Thomas. And the song would go, "Don't be a doubting Thomas, just rest upon his promise." And yet we know that we all struggle with doubt, don't we? I love Thomas. I don't know if you know that in John chapter 11, we recognize him as Thomas the twin, and that seems to be how he is recognized. Well, in John chapter 11, we know that's the story of Lazarus, where Lazarus dies, and Jesus waits a little bit longer before he goes to raise Lazarus from the dead. But going to raise Lazarus from the dead was a chance where Jesus would face hostility, and it was really risky for him to go. And in John chapter 11, verse 16, we read, Thomas, called the twin, said to his fellow disciples, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." I don't know if you've ever noticed that verse before, but isn't that great? What faith and hope in his leader, Jesus Christ. Let us go, that we may die with him. I tell you what, it's easy to get discouraged and to look at the things that's going on in the world around us. We may look at our country, the world, just your own life, and just feel like it is just gloom and despair. We've lost our hope. But it's exceptionally important as we realize that Thomas was going with Jesus, and he had that level of doubt and pessimism. But you know, the story never ends just at that, does it? Because each of those little accounts reminds us and points us to Jesus once again. Because by the time we get to John chapter 20, and Jesus had been raised from the dead, and 8 days after his resurrection, Thomas still hadn't seen him. And the big reason we call him a doubting Thomas is he was doubting that Jesus had truly been raised from the dead. And in verse 27 of chapter 20, Jesus appears to the disciples in this closed room, and he says, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands, and put your hand and place it on my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." And Thomas answered him, "My Lord and my God." Well, what can we take away from this? You see, God is gracious. He's good. We're going to doubt his goodness, and we're going to doubt his promises. We're going to doubt his faithfulness. But Jesus is faithful to us even when we're not faithful to him. He doesn't give up on us even when we give up on him. I don't know about you, but that's really good news. I'm Bob Orner, and I'd like you to think about that.